Welcome you all to learn about types of entrepreneur. I am Dr. M. Neela, Associate Professor, Department of Business Administration, Kaveri College for Women Autonomous, Trichy. An entrepreneur is a person, one who starts a business and willing to take risk in order to make money. The various types of entrepreneurs are classified as under. According to the type of business, we can classify the entrepreneurs as business entrepreneur, trading entrepreneur, industrial entrepreneur, corporate entrepreneur, agricultural entrepreneur. According to motivation, we can classify the entrepreneurs as pure entrepreneur and induced entrepreneur. According to the use of technology, we can classify the entrepreneurs as technical entrepreneur, non-technical entrepreneur and professional entrepreneur. According to the stages of development, first generation entrepreneur, second generation entrepreneur, classical entrepreneur. Classification given by Danoff: innovative entrepreneur, imitative entrepreneur, Fabian entrepreneur and drone entrepreneur. According to capital ownership, private entrepreneur, state entrepreneur, joint entrepreneur. According to the gender and age, man entrepreneur, women entrepreneur, young entrepreneur, old entrepreneur, middle-aged entrepreneur. According to area, we can classify the entrepreneurs as urban entrepreneur, rural entrepreneur. According to scale, we can classify the entrepreneurs as large scale entrepreneur, medium scale industry entrepreneur, small scale industry entrepreneur and tiny industry entrepreneur. Let us discuss one by one. According to the type of business, we can classify the entrepreneurs as business entrepreneur, trading entrepreneur, industrial entrepreneur, corporate entrepreneur and agricultural entrepreneur. Business entrepreneur. Business entrepreneurs are those who conceive the idea of a new product or service and then translate their ideas into reality. The next type of entrepreneur is trading entrepreneur. Trading entrepreneur is concerned with trading activities, not manufacturing. The next type of entrepreneur is industrial entrepreneur. Industrial entrepreneur is one who sets up an industrial unit. He perceives the opportunity to set up his unit, complies with the necessary formalities of getting license, power connection, pollution control clearance, arranging initial capital. Manufacturers of leather products, textiles, electronics, food items and the like are industrial entrepreneurs. The next type of entrepreneur is corporate entrepreneur. Corporate entrepreneur is the one who plans, develops and manages a corporate body. He is the promoter, an essential part of the board of directors as well as owner of an enterprise. The next type of entrepreneur is agricultural entrepreneur. Agricultural entrepreneur is the one who is engaged in the agricultural activities. He uses latest technology to increase the productivity of agriculture and also adopts mechanization. The next classification is according to motivation. According to motivation, we can classify the entrepreneurs as pure entrepreneur and induced entrepreneur. Pure entrepreneur. Pure entrepreneur is one who may or may not possess an aptitude for entrepreneurship but is tempted by the monetary rewards to be earned from the business venture. He is status conscious and wants recognition. Induced entrepreneur. Induced entrepreneur is attracted by the various incentives, subsidies and facilities offered by the government. According to the use of technology, we can classify the entrepreneurs as technical entrepreneur, non-technical entrepreneur and professional entrepreneur. The technical entrepreneur. The strength of the technical entrepreneur is in his skill in production techniques. He concentrates more on production than on marketing. The non-technical entrepreneur is not concerned with the technical aspect of the product rather than marketing and distribution. Professional entrepreneur. The professional entrepreneur means an entrepreneur who is interested in floating a business but does not want to manage or operate it. The next classification is according to stages of development. Under this, we can classify the entrepreneurs as first generation entrepreneur, second generation entrepreneur and classical entrepreneur. First generation entrepreneur. First generation entrepreneur are those entrepreneurs who do not possess any entrepreneurial background. Second generation entrepreneur. Second generation entrepreneurs are those entrepreneurs who inherit the family business firms and pass it from one generation to another generation. Classical entrepreneur. A classical entrepreneur is a stereotype entrepreneur whose aim is to maximize his economic returns at a level consistent with the survival of the unit but with or without an element of growth. Classification given by Danoff. According to Danoff definition, we can classify the entrepreneurs as innovative entrepreneur, imitative entrepreneur, Fabian entrepreneur and drone entrepreneur. Innovative entrepreneur. Innovative entrepreneur is one who introduces new goods, inaugurates new methods of production, discovers new market and reorganizes the enterprise. Imitative entrepreneurs. Imitative entrepreneurs are characterized by readiness to adopt successful innovations inaugurated by successful innovative entrepreneurs. Imitative entrepreneurs do not imitate the changes themselves. They only imitate techniques and technologies innovated by others. Fabian entrepreneur. Fabian entrepreneurs are cautious and skeptical in experimenting change in their enterprise. Such entrepreneurs are shy, lazy and lethargic. Drone entrepreneurs are refused to adopt opportunities to make changes in the production formula even at the cost of severely reduced returns. According to capital ownership, we can classify the entrepreneurs as private entrepreneur, state entrepreneur and joint entrepreneur. Private entrepreneur. When an individual or group of individuals set up an enterprise, arrange finance, bear the risk and adopt the latest techniques in the business with the intention to earn profits, he or the group is called as private entrepreneur. State entrepreneur. State entrepreneur means the trading or industrial venture undertaken by the state or the government itself. Joint entrepreneur. Joint entrepreneur means the combination of private entrepreneur and the state entrepreneur who join hands. According to the gender and age, the entrepreneurs are classified as man entrepreneur, women entrepreneur, young entrepreneur, old entrepreneur and middle-aged entrepreneur. When a male member starts and manages the whole business, it is called men entrepreneur. When the enterprise run and managed by the women, it is called women entrepreneur. When an enterprise is run and managed by young persons, it is called young entrepreneur. When the enterprise is run and managed by old persons, it is called old entrepreneur. When the enterprise is run and managed by middle-aged group of people, it is called middle-aged entrepreneur. According to area, we can classify the entrepreneurs as urban entrepreneur and rural entrepreneur. Urban entrepreneur is one who belongs to urban area. Due to locational benefits, he establishes an enterprise in the urban areas. Rural entrepreneur is one who belongs to rural area. Due to locational benefits in rural area, he establishes an enterprise in the rural area. Government provides more financial assistance and other additional benefits in rural area to entrepreneurs in order to develop rural areas along with the urban areas. Generally, rural entrepreneurs is either agricultural or trading entrepreneurs. According to scale, we can classify the entrepreneurs as large scale entrepreneur, medium scale industry entrepreneur, small scale industry entrepreneur, and tiny industry entrepreneur. The large scale industry entrepreneur have more employees in more complex management hierarchy than in the medium scale businesses. They have great number of business operations daily. Medium scale industry entrepreneur. Their employees are directly managed by the business owner. They have a great number of business operations daily and often have a significant number of clients and business contacts. The small scale industry entrepreneur typically have a small scale business involving few people, small number of business operations per day and a small number of clients. Tiny industry entrepreneur. Tiny industry entrepreneur have very few employees. The person one who runs an tiny industry is known as tiny industry entrepreneur. Thank you very much for your patient listening.